I'm probably the first ever man to tell you that your scars, that your past failures will exactly remain just that, just scars. Because nobody has ever told you how you can actually find them out and heal them. Basically, everybody tells you how to find those scars, how to actually see them, but nobody tells you how to heal them. They always sugarcoat you, telling you,
"Oh, it will be fine, everything will be better one day."
one day. I'm here to tell you, not to sugarcoat you, but to tell you the truth, because those scars, unless you change something inside your head, they will always remain just scars, and you will always remember them. You will always visualize yourself reliving them the same way you used to do them before. And at the end of the day, no progress has been made. You're still stuck in the past and you can't actually seem to make any progress in life, in any area whatsoever. You're still playing video games, you're still jacking off, you're still eating junk food, you're still fat. Then the next year you have, I don't know, some heart disease, and then 10 years later you die because of a heart attack. Because of your poor health, poor choices, poor mental health. And why was that? Because of your poor old decisions, which still bother you up to this day. Well, now, brother, it's time you know the truth. It's time that somebody just finally revealed the truth. Somebody that doesn't really care about the views. Because so far, every single guy that you saw on the internet makes these videos, reveals those scars that you have, but never tells you how to actually fix them because they want your views. Inside this one, bro, I will show you how you can actually fix them yourself and potentially not even need a therapist or some bullshit like that, because it's all under your control. It sounds very controversial whenever you compare this advice to the advice that everybody tells you, but let's go on and see what I'm talking about. If you would like to know some more detailed information, perhaps even find out some courses about these specific topics that I teach on this channel, you can go on and click the first link in the description to join the group. So, brother, the first thing that you need to do is simply accept it and own it. You see, there isn't anything better than to walk up to a girl, you have an awkward conversation, and you actually own that up. You actually say, damn, this is awkward, man. Damn, this is awkward. Out of a sudden, all of this awkwardness just disappears, vanishes, because now you address the elephant in the room. But so far, bro, you have been living with the elephant literally on top of your back. You can't even lift your legs up. You can't even look up. You can't even look up, bro. You can't even look 5 feet further in the future. You can't set goals because you still don't accept those. You still don't accept those scars. But you see, whatever happened, happened. Now there isn't any time to actually think about it and wonder about it. The reality is you can't actually change it one bit. What happened already happened. It is in the past, but what you can change is the present state and your future. And the way to change your future is by positively influencing yourself in the present moment. But you can't really do that if you don't own up to them. So quit running away. I don't care if your mother used to slap you. I don't care if your father left you. I don't care if somebody literally murdered a family member right in front of your eyes. I don't care if you literally witnessed somebody beating you up until death, but somehow you survived. I don't care. Nor you should too. The good thing is you're still alive, you're still kicking, which means something. That you're here for a purpose, you're here for a reason, and you need to achieve that reason. So instead of just being here, thinking, man, yeah, this happened in the past, I will probably never do a cold approach ever in my life. Who knows, maybe a girl literally slapped you on the head as soon as you did a cold approach to her. Not all girls are like that. It's quite literally like whenever a girl has a bad experience with a guy and then she tells every single girl she sees, all guys are the same. All guys are the same. And then when you and I hear that complaint, we just feel so damn disgusted toward this girl because she has no clue what the fuck she's talking about. It's the same way other way around. If you got hurt by one girl in the past, screw it over, man. Go on and approach another one. Take your chances. This life, without taking chances, without taking risks, is it really a life, bro? Is it really something fun? If you constantly just live in the comfort zone, eat home, eating junk food, playing video games, eventually you get fat, obese, you can't even make a single dime online, so you have to pretty much work a rat's job every single day of your life. Is that really the life that you want to live? If not, now you know what to do. Accept it, bro. Stop running away from it. And now, just to make it easier for yourself, literally just look on the bright side. For example, the two guys that I'm going to present you right now had the same scenario. Let's name this guy Jack and this guy Jonathan. Jack had an experience just the same as Jonathan. Basically, they had a car accident where their tire accidentally blew out, and now out of a sudden they can't get home. They can't get home. Fortunately, there isn't anything to do with the cars, but the cars can't actually move because they only have 3 wheels instead of 4. So out of a sudden they need to wait 3 hours for the mechanics to come, to change the wheels, and then to go on, pack their stuff up and come back home. So they do. They fix their tires, and then once they come back home, they just see a fire extinguishing crew just throwing water over their houses because simply a fire happened. Fortunately, there wasn't anybody with them within the house, and this guy just saved himself from a potential terrible death because he just decided to go on and see this on the bright side. But if Jack and Jonathan didn't see this on the bright side, didn't actually saw this happening inside their lives, didn't actually witness this, do you really think that they would be so positive about their tire accidentally blowing out? Who knows, bro? Even if your tire actually blows out, maybe somebody was about to get killed by a murderer and you just literally avoided meeting that murderer. That same murderer, they could literally kill you as well. Look at the bright side. I mean, there are two kinds of people. For example, Jonathan sees the world from a different perspective than Jack. Whenever a bad thing happens, Jonathan just sees it through his eyes from, yeah, this happened for a reason. It must be for a reason. Okay, let's just see what happens. And he goes on and sees what happens. But this guy over here, Jack, he just continues, and as soon as something bad happens, he just starts complaining about this country, his luck, his everything. So you choose which people you can be. This guy who takes everything in the positive aspect, or this guy who takes everything in the most negative aspect. Your choice, also your responsibility. Now, how can you use this with your past? Basically, bro, just look in your past, think about everything that happened, everything that bothers you, and ask yourself, why did this happen? And congratulations, now you know what not to do anymore inside your life. Who knows, maybe you accidentally went outside and just bumped into an old lady which just called the police on you because you were so rude to her after that. Instead of apologizing, you started actually just screaming to her, and then she called the police. You got into custody and perhaps even spent a few days in jail. So, if that's something that you want to avoid in the future, now you know that as soon as you bump into somebody, first of all, you should avoid bumping into people. But second of all, even if you bump into someone, you should be polite so they don't call the police upon you, because that might actually happen. This is how you fix your scars. Basically, own them, accept them, and second of all, see them as a lesson. See them as something that you can learn and progress from. Don't just go on and be this random motherfucker who doesn't know anything. Your mother may beat you up, your father may have left you, maybe your entire family got murdered, maybe something even worse than that happened, maybe you literally lived on the streets. Just remember this quote: hard times create strong men create easy times create weak men. You just had the hard times inside your life, which will make you a stronger man, but only if you take the advice out of those situations the right way. There has been many thousands of people just like you who had the same experiences, maybe even worse than you, but They didn't take the advice. They didn't take the lesson. They thought that this was luck, that this was their fate instead of their control. And they just continued being trapped under this belief. This is fate's doing. It's not mine. It's time you take the leash of your horse, bro, and literally just go out there and work like a fucking dog until you actually escape this thing that is currently stopping you from achieving your full potential, bro. And it starts off with accepting yourself. Your scars are yourself. That's who you are. I have had so many of them. My mother used to beat me up. My family literally used to basically never see me. I literally got abandoned by my father as soon as I was born. I got so many stuff happening inside my life, and I know that there was somebody with even worse situation than that. David Goggins had it so much worse than me, and probably somebody else had it so much worse than him as well. So don't cry about it, don't whine about it. Whatever happened, happened. Now go on and live life. Go on and actually do something that will progress you in the future. Live in the present moment for your future self. Don't be stuck in the past like every single loser, every single failure you see on the street. Because you're not one of them. You're watching a video like this one. Now be a man and go and do the right thing. And if you want, you can go on and click the first link in the description. They will see you inside the growth. Bye bye, bro, and own up to your mistakes.